Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games, back with another really cool arcade game video for you this evening. We have a strange one tonight. You never see this. This is Konami's Marshall Champion arcade game from 1993. Long forgotten to the history of arcade games. This was Konami's answer to Street Fighter II and Mortal Kombat. It's a lot like Street Fighter II, but the name is kind of Marshall Champion. They're kind of going after the Mortal Kombat thing. And it reminds me a lot of like the SNK fighting games because it's got the really big, huge characters in the game, like the Neo Geo stuff had. We've actually got a Neo Geo right there. What do you think about that? But you never see these because it really didn't do all that well, and so a lot of the operators turned them into other games. So finding one that's still a Marshall Champion is tough. So if you don't know about that, we've talked about it a ton of times, but basically an operator would buy a brand new game. This is a dedicated Marshall Champion. It came right out of the box like this. And then they would put it out on location. Well, we all know that this game didn't really do all that great. So the only reason that this is still a Marshall Champion is some operator bought it, put it out on location. It likely didn't make him much money, and then he either left it on location all these years, well, not all these years, but for many years, or he took it off location and put it in his warehouse and never did anything with it. Or maybe they had it in a smaller location, or maybe it was a smaller operator that couldn't afford to buy more games or whatever. But typically what a larger operator would have done was, after this game didn't make any money, they would have turned it into another game by painting the sides and putting side art on it, reconfiguring the control panel, putting all new artwork on it, putting a new game board in it, and turning it into something else. But nobody ever did that to this one, but that's why you don't hardly ever see them, because usually people gave up on them a long time ago. But this one is still original and still complete. Still doing its thing. We've repaired it, got it working good, and that's that. Konami had a whole bunch of cool dedicated games like this. Well, I say cool, I just like the way they look. Cool dedicated games like this. On this side it doesn't have the little black border on it that somebody painted on. You know, Lethal Enforcers had its own cabinet. And of course, all of their really popular fighting games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, X-Men, The Simpsons, all that stuff, I believe had probably already came out by '93. So this is a similar shaped cabinet, but the control panel, of course, is different. So Street Fighter II came out, and Konami at the time was making a fortune off of arcade games, and so this was their fighting game. Very colorful. It has a nice big huge Wells Garner 25-inch monitor in it. We actually have another one sitting right here that we've been working on. That exact monitor is inside of it, also known as everybody's favorite pretty much. Very common monitor. We've got it looking good too. Look at that. Look at that screen. Man, it doesn't get much better than that, does it? Hey, by the way, winners don't use drugs. So cool. So all the Konami, whatever, tomato, side art was always in 3 pieces for whatever reason. So whenever you look at like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it's like this too. So there's always a line, and there's a top piece, a middle piece, and then there's another line there for the bottom piece. And most of their games, the control panel, you know, comes out farther, like their 4-player Turtles game. They had one called The Main Event. I believe that's a Konami game. And it's more of like a more round, more diagonal shaped control panel. All right. So even though it's dedicated, they do some kind of goofy things where, like, there's just a sticker on the front to tell you the moves or how to do how to play it. The artwork could have been done a little better on that, but it's kind of like on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games. They have little stickers that go on the coin door to show you which one to put the quarter into. It's got good sound. All of their games had good sound. It also has these little things on the side where it shows the characters. Right? But about the sound. The PCB board in this thing. Konami had a couple special sound chips that were kind of like amplifiers or whatever that they used on most of their games during this time period. So if you buy one of these games and it's never been serviced, the chips that the capacitors that are on that little chip, it's a little chip about so big. The capacitors that are on it, they're surface mount capacitors, and they always start leaking, and they leak all over that chip on the main board. And as soon as they start that, you'll get all kinds of sound problems. The sound will either be really muffled or it just won't work at all. And if you look at the top corner, go look in the corner of the top of the board, and that chip will be just nasty. So you have to take that thing and pull all of the old capacitors off, try to clean up all of the whatever that crap is that leaks out of them, and then repair the traces and get it working again. So we did all of that, and we got it sounding nice, as you just heard. It's also, these dedicated cabinets are in stereo. They have 2 speakers. So it's a stereo game. But you have that problem. I think the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles boards don't have that chip, but a lot of the stuff like G.I. Joe, I think, has it. This one has it. Lethal Enforcers has it. I think X-Men has it. I don't know about the Simpsons. I don't think the Simpsons has it. But I think there were 2 different chips, but they both have the same problem. But hey, we fixed it and it sounds good. This marquee is the original art and everything, but this is a replacement. The one that we had was all burnt up. So there's like a stone wall, Marshall Champion. It says down here, Konami is a trademark of Konami Company Limited. Marshall Champion is a trademark of Konami Inc. 1993 Konami Inc. All rights reserved. And then there's like this hellish landscape behind them, reminiscent of Mortal Kombat. There are, I'm going to say, I know the one on the left's a chick, not sure about the one on the right, but maybe we'll play it and see. 2 people looking very serious. Definitely a chick. Jury's still out. Alright, so let's read the characters. So the first character is Jin, nationality Japanese, specialties Phoenix Fire and the high jump punch. On these boards, they go really high where you can jump way up in the air. Look how huge the characters are. For 1993, this was like show-stopping, folks. It doesn't tell you how to do the moves, it just tells you what they are. Bobby is American. His specialty is the Hell Slugger and the Bloody Screw. Okay. TT is Hong Kong / Chinese. Specialty Lightning Claw and the Chameleon Attack. Hoi is Chinese, actually. Why would they do that? Specialty is the high jump kick and the hurricane ball. Rachiel, not Rachel, is American and Japanese. Her specialty is fire magic and shadow attack. Chaos is Egyptian. Her specialty is the Nile Star and the Double Cross. Mahamba is African. His specialty is the Panther Claw and the Savannah Tornado. Avu is Saudi Arabian. His specialty is the Arabian Drill and the Arabian Burner. Zen, his specialty is Japanese. His nationality is Japanese. Specialty is spinning top and the spider's thread. So he looks like a dude here. So I think that's, yeah, that would be the dude on the artwork. Mystery solved. Not that it matters. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying I couldn't tell. Goldor is French. His specialty is the goal wave and the goal barrier. Look how colorful the game is. Just very colorful. This was never released in America. The arcade game was, but it was never released on a home system in America. They put it out for the Japanese TurboGrafx 16, which nobody over here has. And then I think it was released for the Wii, of all things, on their Virtual Console in Japan. But in America, if you played it on MAME. You might have played the game, the actual cabinet back in the day, but I never saw one. There's a panda in the back. Listen to that stereo sound. We worked real hard for that. All right, so let's look at the little sticker on the front here. It says Martial Champion. Joystick is, this is basically the Street Fighter stuff, but they didn't completely rip off the buttons from Street Fighter. So joystick's backwards guard, down, squat, forward, jump, and backwards jump. That's exactly like Street Fighter 2, of course. And then this is the kind of unique thing that they did. There are 3 buttons: red, yellow, and blue. Okay? The red button is an upper attack. The yellow button is a middle attack, and the blue button is a lower attack. So that's completely different than anything pretty much anybody else did. They say that's based off of like how Yayar Kung Fu was, which was an older Konami fighting game from the 80s. Special instructions: to pick up a weapon, position character over weapon, pull joystick down. So some of the characters have a weapon, and whenever you slap them, they drop it on the ground, and then you can pick it up and beat them with it. So you go over the weapon and press down, and they pick it up. There are several special moves for each character. These special moves are accomplished by using different combinations of the joystick and buttons. The ones I've found are the similar Street Fighter stuff, like fireballs and stuff. The best 2 of 3 rounds determines the winner. If it is a draw, then a 4th round will determine the winner. Okay. So look at, I just like the look of it. It's got a, let's step back a little bit. It's got its own presence. It really does. Nice artwork, like all of the Konami stuff did, pretty much. It's dated looking, obviously, but it's a cool, colorful game. If you were 12 years old and you were in an arcade and this was there, you might drop a quarter in it. Very cool. All right, so I'll set up the tripod and we will play it a little bit. Okay, folks, we're going to play it a little bit. Now, you may have noticed the beginning of this video there was like a Christmas tree and stuff in the background. That's because we filmed it a while back, the beginning. But the actual gameplay we haven't filmed yet. So we're filming the gameplay in the middle of the virus stuff. So it's actually in a little bit higher definition because we're using a newer camera. So we'll see how fun this thing is. Now remember, this would have been Konami's attempt to rip off Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. They wanted to cash in and had a history of making some pretty freaking fun games up until then. So, I don't know. I can't hate on them, people. I can't hate on them. What's wrong with them trying to make a cool fighting game? Everybody else was doing it. Right? So I've never played this. Don't know anything about it. I'm not, really great at fighting games anyway. I'm all right at Street Fighter. And I'm okay at Mortal Kombat 2. I'm passable for an amateur. So let's see what we can do. Now the sound. It has that weird Konami sound chip on it. So sometimes it'll crack and pop and make buzzes and stuff like that. We've recapped it, but it's still not perfect. That's just how these things are. So we're going to play it a little bit. The sound is turned up a little bit, so watch your ears. Jin, Bobby. Damn it, Bobby. Chaos, Avu, Bahamba, Titty. Titty's from Hong Kong. So that's punch, kick. Oh, and there's a jump. What? Is that what we're doing here? No, the jump is the joystick. Oh, it's high, medium, low. That's right. Oh, no.
You lose. Round 2, fight!
What in the hell? Let's see if we can get some. That's pretty cool. Titty wins.
Round 3, fight!
So there was a meeting around 1992. Somebody that works at Konami says, "Oh, he took my claw. Give it back." Somebody who works at Konami was like, "Hey, what do you think about this character?" Oh, come on. And then somebody in charge said, "Oh, that's a cool character. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. What's the character's name?" And then the designer said, "The character's name is Titty." And the person in charge said, "That sounds completely reasonable."
Round 1, fight!
The word. People are calling me. Hold on a second, people. Hold on a second. Damn, this girl's been working out. phone messed me up.
Round 2, fight!
What? What did he say? Maybe she's got a charge that she does. I don't know what that was. Ooh. Oh, come on. Come on. He hit me with the combo.
You lose.
You are not strong enough to beat me. 8, 7, 6. All right, we're going to be Rachel again. She seemed pretty cool.
Round 1, fight!
Oh, deal with it. Oh man, with the Johnny Cage flash thing. Bam! What's up? What the hell is up?
Round 2, fight!
So it's a charge. You hold back and hit forward, and medium attack. Oh. Oh. She got it with that high kick and looked oh so good doing it.
Here comes a new challenger.
Oh no. I gotta fight myself.
Round 1, fight!
So back in the day, folks, when nobody knew what the hell any of these games were like, you literally had to put your quarter in, and then something like this was cool because you could figure out what moves you were capable of doing by watching the computer do it.
Round 2, fight!
So far, she hasn't done anything that I haven't done. Oh man, I was trying to do that to her. Uh-oh. Oh man, come on.
Lose. Round 3, fight!
She keeps doing that cool double jump. Oh yeah, okay, I did it too. Ooh, nice slam. Ooh, nice slam again. She was waiting on me. Oh, I was trying to do that. Come on. You're cheating, Rachel. Or Raquel, whatever your name is.
Nice.
It said, don't look at my body or you will be a loser. All right. Goldor. He's from France.
Round 1, fight! 2, fight!
Man, those damn nunchucks are serious. Oh, hell, she's got him. Punch right to the face.
Win, win, win!
You punk.
The semi-final!
Oh, did you see they're fighting each other at the same time? So while I'm fighting them, that's about useless. Oh, snap. Oh, no.
You lose!
Look at the panda.
Round 2, fight!
I'll tell you, I kind of like the high-low attack. He took my nunchucks from me and then beat the hell out of me with them.
Nine,
All right, so my battery's dying.
7,
I'm gonna go charge it and then I'm gonna come back and we'll play it a little bit more.
5.
All right, let's try some different characters. Bobby.
Bobby! Mark 1.
It's like a elimination tournament. So some of the other characters are eliminating themselves. I hit him with the fireball. Oh, just like that.
Round 2, fight!
Oh, right to the face.
Win, win, win!
Spack, just like that.
Here comes a new challenge.
Here comes a new challenger. We're seeing completely different characters with this guy.
Round 1, fight!
Right in the face. That didn't take long. Looks like Bobby might be a badass.
Round 2, fight!
Oh man, he's coming at me. Oh, come on.
You lose. Round 3, fight!
Oh, come on. Got him.
Bobby, win!
This is a battlefield and you are now dead.
Semi-final!
Semifinals, people. I gotta fight Titty again.
Round 1, fight!
Well, that was cool.
Win! Round 2, fight!
Oh no! Boom!
Bobby, win!
No more Titty.
Another challenger broke into the semi-final!
It said, then I'll twist it. Did you see that?
Round 1,
You saw that, right? It said, I'll twist it. Ooh, I got too close to him. I got too close to him. Oh, I'm too close to him. This guy doesn't really have much good up close that I can find, at least.
Round 2, fight!
Damn, he's taking out the trash. Damn. Oh,
You lose!
he beat me just like E Honda. Don't let you be my follower. Wah, ha, 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 ha. All right, let's see what Chaos is capable of.
Chaos!
She's from Egypt.
Round 1, fight!
Well, she's tall. Ooh. Ooh. Well, this man is a wild man. Okay, so when you jump, you really need to use the Boy, he's good with those throws. That's that.
Win.
That was the semifinals, wasn't it? Don't be careless.
The final.
Chaos and Rachel
Round one.
at the White House. Deal with it. It's 93. That means Clinton's going to be involved. Two women fighting at the White House and Clinton's involved.
Chaos. Win.
This is going to be awesome. It's going to be just like at the end of Cruising USA.
Fight.
Or the knee thing she does is pretty effective. Oh no, with that cool slam. Boom.
Win.
All right, who's the boss?
Another challenger broke into the final. Come on.
Salamander.
Fight.
Oh, he's got everybody else's moves. Oh no. That's why he said now that I know all your tricks. He's got everybody's moves.
Round two. Fight.
No. Damn. Man, he's hardcore. I thought you would be tougher, but you are a novice.
9, 8,
Let's see what Rachel can do.
Round one. Fight.
Damn, he's quick. Damn.
You lose. Round two. Fight.
Damn you, salamander. All right, we're going to have to try Baba.
9, 8, Bobby. Round one. Fight.
Damn. Holy crap. I think you might have to get into like a straight up fireball fight with him. Damn. try Chaos one more time. The battery's getting low again. It might die on us.
Round one, fight!
Her fireball is too slow. I think her fireball is too slow. You can't really get it off quick enough to get them.
Round two, fight!
Did a little better. All right, folks. I think that's about it. If you want to beat him, you're going to have to try it yourself. The guy's kind of a badass.
Round one, fight!
Okay, folks. Well, the camera cut off again while I was trying to beat him with Titty, and I was unable to do so. I was doing pretty good there for a minute, but it didn't happen. And by the way, if you have any problem with me saying that, that's the name of the character. They're pronouncing it in the video. There's no other thing I can refer to that character as but Titty. I'll bet the algorithm's going to go crazy on this one. Either I'll get tons of views, or I'll get banned off YouTube. One of the two. There you go. Very cool game. I think it's kind of fun, really. It wasn't meant to be, though. It never made it. I don't think it was made for any of the home systems. Maybe it was, but I don't remember ever seeing it on anything. I'm sure if it was, you will tell me. Maybe they made it for... I don't. It would have been a Super Nintendo game if they did one, but I don't remember ever seeing it. But very interesting game. Fairly fun. And it's Konami. You got to love all their stuff, right? So leave your comments below. Let us know what you think about it. Do you remember ever even seeing it back in the day? I never saw it. This is the only one I've ever seen, and it's the dedicated full cabinet. Pretty cool, really. It looks like they spent a ton of time on the characters. As you saw, it was actually kind of fluid. I mean, it played pretty good, really, all things considered. I mean, they probably spent a fortune designing this thing, and it didn't make it. Huge. I mean, look at the background of this one. They're on a battleship. Just huge ripoff of Street Fighter 2, but they actually tried to go out of their way to make it have the Konami touch, where it was its own thing. So very interesting, but alas, it was not to be, and it didn't make any money. That's the sad part. It's kind of ripping off all of the SNK Neo Geo stuff too, if you think about it. So leave your comments below. Did you ever see it back in the day? What do you think about it? Have you played it on MAME? I'm sure it's on MAME. Maybe you can go beat Salamander for me and tell me what happens at the White House after you beat him. See if there's different endings, and if since it's at the White House, if like the endings with the well, this would have been all before all of the Monica Lewinsky stuff, so they may have not even put anything like that in the game. It was in '93. None of that had happened yet, so they probably didn't get too cute with it. But anyway, I wanted to see what happened at the end. I'm sure the president comes out. But anyway, leave your comments below. Let us know what you think. Now, I wanted to talk to you about Amazon. I've been trying to mention this in some of our videos. There is this thing on Amazon that we did not even know existed. We figured out, and it's really cool. Below all of these videos, we put a little link to something that's for sale on Amazon. If you go to that link and check out what we're talking about that's for sale on Amazon, sometimes it's a sign, a book, whatever. Once you go to that link, that alerts Amazon that we told you to go to Amazon. So you don't have to buy that item. But if you buy anything on Amazon, if you buy a cell phone case, like someone did earlier today that I noticed, if you buy a teddy bear for your kid, which somebody did yesterday that I noticed, if you buy food or you buy a Corvette, it gives us a little referral fee for sending you there. So it's pretty cool. So all you have to do is click the link, go buy anything that you were going to buy on Amazon anyway, if you're planning on buying anything. Now, don't go buy extra stuff just for us, people. But if you're going to buy something, might as well click our link first, and then we get a little piece of Amazon's money. Isn't that cool? I think it's very cool. So do that if you get the opportunity. It doesn't raise your prices or anything. It just tells Amazon that basically we sent you there, and they consider that advertising and give us a little fee. So that's very cool. People have been asking about Patreon. We're not going to do Patreon because we don't really want, we're a business, so we don't really want people giving us their hard-earned money to keep us going. We're going to stay going because we have a business. But if you want to do the Amazon thing, that doesn't cost you anything, so that's pretty cool. We like that. If you want to, what was the other thing? Oh, if you have any old arcade game parts or something that you have laying around that you don't use and you want to donate them to the cause, that's fine too, because it doesn't really cost you anything. So we don't mind that. We're also talking with our buddy Matt. Matt, the arcade guy, you know, the guy that played our Spy Hunter, and he was in the Gauntlet video. I think he was in our Millipede video. We've known Matt for years. And he lives down the way a little bit. And you may have seen all of his leather videos and stuff like that where he makes leather, I need to ask him, leather armor. That's what he likes to call it. He makes leather armor. And we always forward his videos. Matt... Man, they spent a fortune on this thing. I think it's going to keep talking. All right, very cool. So Matt owns a screen printing company. So he makes hand screen printed T-shirts, things like that. So we're talking with Matt about getting some T-shirts done we can sell online. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, we had a few people asking us about it. We probably will get some of those in the near future, but we're not going to do them on like Threadless and where people usually get them done, because those ones, they print on a computer and they're just not as cool as the old school screen printed T-shirts. Well, Matt, his business does the old school hand screen printed T-shirts where you actually design a logo, and then you print out screens and hand do it on the T-shirt. So just like the old ones, that's the ones that we kind of want. So we're looking into getting some of that done. So look for that soon, and we'll let you know about it whenever we get them ready. If you're interested in that stuff. So leave us your comments below. Give us a thumbs up for taking the trouble to film it for you. Look how deserted everything is out in the parking lot because of I don't want to say it if I say the name of it on the video, they'll demonetize the video because they think you're trying to make money off of it. Look how deserted downtown is because of the flu. We'll call it that. Not many people here. So leave your comments below. Let us know what you think. Our business is doing fine. We're all healthy. I had the flu a few weeks back, but everything's cool. I've almost got my voice all the way back. Everybody's healthy. Nobody's sick. Everything's cool. Hope you're the same. So we'll see you on the next video. I hope you enjoyed it. That was Konami's Marshall Champion.